In Canada, we have a handful of different account types to put our hard-earned dollars towards. RRSPs, TFSAs, RESPs, RDSPs, and FHSAs. Today, the spotlight is on open accounts, or non-registered accounts. Unlike their tax-incentivized counterparts, these accounts offer no tax deduction, no government grant, and no tax deferral. It's as straightforward as it gets. In open accounts, you pay taxes on the income generated in the year it's earned. The term non-registered may seem puzzling at first glance, but it simply means that the contributions aren't subject to government tracking, unlike the other accounts. The term open signifies that the interest, dividends, or capital gains earned within the accounts are immediately exposed to taxation. Think of these investments as being out in the open. Open accounts typically come into play when you've maximized other relevant account types and still have extra savings. This is a good place to be. This may sound odd, but open accounts can be challenging to adjust to. These accounts can pose challenges, particularly when unexpected tax obligations arise. Imagine receiving a T-slip for income generated for your investments, but you didn't do one transaction over the entire year. It can feel like you're getting a bill in the mail for a service you didn't request. Now, let's have a look at an example. Suppose a client received a T3 showing that they made $2,300 in dividends, $7,800 in capital gains, and $1,200 in other income. Good news. But importantly, the client did not initiate any transactions over the year. They could have otherwise been on a worldwide trip for a year and the same result would have occurred. In the end, the client may need to write a check to the CRA for a few $1,000s. This scenario often catches people off guard, especially if they don't have idle cash to make the tax payment. Despite this, it's crucial to not hesitate in withdrawing funds from your open account to fulfill a tax obligation. It's part of the financial plan. We don't want you cutting back on things when it's not necessarily. Unlike employment or RIF income, tax can't be taken off at source. You can't prepay the tax to avoid a tax surprise. This can be particularly daunting for individuals new to the complexities of open accounts, especially for those who suddenly find themselves with significant sums due to a real estate sale, inheritance, or business transactions. Again, these are good problems to have. Yes, we want to minimize tax as much as possible, but conceptually, paying tax means that you are doing well financially. There's an urban legend of a financial conference with a tax expert speaking. The speaker opened by asking who in the room wanted to pay $1 million in tax. And guess what? No one put up their hand. He replied by saying, "Are you all out to lunch? Does no one want to make $2 million in a year?" I hope this discussion sheds light on the nuances of open accounts, and if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call.